Hello, everybody. My name is ANDAY, and welcome to another reaction of LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 2 episode, or just overall in general, Season 2 of LEGO Ninjago Rising. This is episode 2. It does not say the title yet on Netflix, but that's fine. I'll find the title and put it up for you when you watch this on YouTube. So last episode we went through some things. We saw Cinder, we saw Lord Roz at the Shadow Dojo, we saw a little glimpse of Lloyd's visions, pretty much on what's gonna go on with the Wolf people, and interestingly enough, that part where Beatrix has this like weird stone sword and then smashes it on the ground. We still have no idea what that's about, and also with we heard Cinder's voice, and he sounds really good. I think it fits him, and also that line about him playing percussion, that was really funny. But yeah, at the end there, we saw them bring the hammer thing back to the thing, and when it strikes the gong, it empowers everyone else that was around them. Pretty much anyone who's wearing a wolf mask, which is interesting to see how much it empowers them. Like, what's the difference between regular humans and humans with the wolf mask empowered by the, what do they call it? The Gongo shattering, I think. I don't know. I'm just thinking about the Lego sets, which I unfortunately don't have that much many of. But it's fine. Oh, I just want that Ross figure so bad. Anyways, good news though. I did get the Colmec and two of the Dragon Rider things. It was the Kai's and Nia's. You know, the ones that come with a little dragon flyer thing, and it has like an extra wolf figure, or wolf scout guy or whatever. I don't know. There's a wolf attacker and a wolf guard, I believe their names are. Which, but I mean, we have yet to see the hooded guys in the show yet. But you know, I guess it was to provide more, some more variation. But it's cool. Which, I mean, I feel like with the wolf enemy in particular, you could do a lot of variations with it. Like one without the claws, one with a weapon, one with the collar piece, not the collar piece, the shoulder armor piece, one without the shoulder armor piece, one with the glowing eyes in the front, and the one with the glowing eyes turned around. It's like, match it up, it's like many different variations. Anyways, I've talked a lot about nothing and said, like, just been yapping. I'm a yapper today. So why don't we start yapping about the actual episode? That sounds good. Alright, so this is LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 2, Episode 2. Please note that to watch this on your regular TV provider / YouTube, which was for, I believe, the first two episodes, surprisingly, this one and the first episode, and also on Netflix. Please support the show as I am doing, and this is purely my reaction of this to you all. So you want to watch the actual reaction, please go watch it in the show. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know how else to make it sound without sounding like a, I don't know, TV salesman, if that's the right word. Anyways, why don't we get into it? Look at the Dragons Rising Season 2, Episode 2, in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, as I said. Wait, oh, there you go. Cloud Kingdom. Are we gonna see Euphrasia?
Destiny, your attention, please. No, keep writing. It's your only job. Just also pay
Is that her?
attention. Ever since our dear Euphrasia revealed herself as the elemental master of wind,
Based.
something I personally supported from the very beginning,
Wow.
we've learned our writing is not the only way we can influence the world. We can also, what is it?
Saw the credits. Oh. Whoops, don't mean to watch episode 3, not yet. We're saving that for next time. Yeah, wow, that was fast-paced episode for real. That one was really good. It goes for like a few bits of, hey, let's go to here, and then this way, and then it all takes place in that time. But I liked how in the beginning we first see Cloud Kingdom and hear a little bit about what's going on there, especially with Euphrasia. At least she's like the protector of the world. That's really cool. You'd expect I don't know them to say, hey, she should go out and find her own stuff, but like no, she still likes being there and wants to defend her people, which honestly I think it's really cool. I can't remember if that's what was last time where she said, hey, she's a protector of, you know, of the Cloud Kingdom, and now she's there again. But also, like, yeah, it is interesting how, despite that, also she's still not in her AA game. You know, like at least in comparison to somebody like, you know, uh, Moral, which I mean, sure he had like kind of ghost hacks, but in her defense, she's only like started out since the merge. But it was really neat though seeing her fight Cinder, even if it was kind of one sided. Because I mean, clearly he's shown to be super masterful in his fighting, especially with the teleportation via smoke powers and also just smoke in general. I guess with the smoke shooting, which is kind of the wind powers, but also like from the way we saw there, she was clearly like inhaling a bit of it, which that's something neat actually. How they don't really show this in cartoons, especially when you get smoke in your face and you inhale it, it's literally super bad for you. And then the fact that they showed it here too, which is crazy, because like usually they don't do that. They don't show how dangerous smoke is really, especially if you inhale it, and that's what they showed here. They showed that Cinder is dangerous, especially because he can like distribute smoke to you, and then if you inhale it, you're gonna have some health problems there. Which that was neat. Also, like her flying away, but then landing outside of Imperium, where we see Percival pretty much teaching everybody, saying, "Hey, this is what now the Empress is gone. We can do our own things now." Which that was cool. I didn't think we would see Percival back. He was neat. I don't know who to ship though. Him and Euphrasia? Maybe. But yeah, that was interesting. Also, like we do see like more at the end. We found out who their shopkeeper was. It was that one guy, not the Melopian, the what? There's a specific name for him. The Hydro Whipper. His name was something like what Tedium? Something cool like that. Hold on, I can find the episode real quick. Here. They say his name right here somewhere. Feduli. And he has an interesting voice. I like his design too. It's like he's all green, but he also has like little bits of like glitter in his design. See, look at that. He looks cool. I like him. I want a minifigure of him, but even though I know for sure we're never gonna get one. So all we have are customs. Even if you have to break the forbidden rule of LEGO Customs by painting over the figure. Which is very frustrating. Well, we meet her, and then we meet... What's her name? Hantro. That's cool. It's neat to see I keep saying Melopians. We keep saying Hydra Whipper, meaning an original Serpentine, which is neat. Seeing two sort of snakes interact, even though I would say a Hydra Whipper is more like an eel. He's more so an eel. But also we meet Serpentine Hypnobrai, Harriet? Was that her name? I literally just read it here, but then I immediately forgot. Here. Hantaro. I'm terrible with names. I'm sure you all remember. I need to write down these names, because I'm just gonna keep forgetting all of them. But yeah, like, I mean, there's even she threw that one teapot. Is that the teapot from freaking Skybound? You know, the one Nauticon in it that Tommy Anderson took? He walked away with? Or at least a teapot that was made. But I like how Psychic Orb lasts, but it was a and then killer butterflies. That was funny. She's great. All these side characters have been great. Everybody. But yeah, like that one scene where we see Cinder versus Smoke was, or Cinder versus Smoke, Cinder versus Euphrasia was cool. And then even more so when we go back here, they say, oh, it's an ancient or wait, hold on. Ancient evil language that looks evil, because I guess it's because it's written in red ink, maybe. But yeah, but they also have those cool, neat blades. They don't look as red as they do in the sets, but I guess, you know. Oh, it's the blood of the enemy, so it must be censored for the Lego show, or something like that. Or maybe it's because it gets empowered by the gong. Then why didn't they keep holding on to it? Oh yeah, it's because sorry, I am moderately sleepy. But yeah, we learned something very important here. We learned that Roz was the one who cursed the worms. Roz cursed the bookworms, the bookworms from the Cloud Kingdom place. We learned that he was the one who did that, which I'm gonna be 100%. I didn't even consider it was him that could do it, or more so that. Well, I guess we learn now that he's more into like spiritual, mystical kind of stuff. But like before that, we just thought he was purely a techno guy, you know, purely tech kind of guy, because he was working with Imperium, which in by itself is, you know, more technologically evolved, like society. So like I guess I didn't even consider that Roz, he himself, could be somebody that would do that, and that he did do that, and then now we learn that it was him. He was behind it all along. Well, not all along, but he was behind that in particular, which that's one mystery solved. One thing solved from season 1, which now we have to learn who put the tooth in the crab. Who put the tooth in the crab? Okay, I keep pressing my thing, but because I'm also pressing the last thing for my Netflix, every time I press this, it's gonna turn up the sound, and I'm afraid when I unpause it to say, hey, look at this neat thing that I go to show. It will show everything else. But here we do learn some important information. That there was this Forbidden Five, and they were Elemental Masters. Now we don't know what we don't know what elements they had, but it is interesting that they mentioned them here, because like this again, this I don't know what they're saying. It makes sense, saying that they were forbidden, and all their practices, their teachings, who they were, was all like wiped away from history, or either if it wasn't wiped away, it was just banned straight up. Which, I mean, obviously you're gonna want to ban that if apparently 5 of them were all unstoppable warriors that nobody else can apparently defeat. But yeah, like it is interesting how they say, okay, from the wilderness. So like, is this saying, are they unstoppable comparison to anyone in Ninjago? Is it unstoppable compared to anyone who's in the wilderness / Tima? Or is it like, what is it? How do this Cloud Kingdom people know that? Well, I guess they don't and everything, so why wouldn't they know that? But yeah, that is interesting. Like, because, you know, we're wooing Garmadon involved. Well, I mean, we know Garmadon in some sense could be evolved based on there's gonna be a comic coming out. I don't know if it's already I don't know if it's out the way you're time hearing this, but it's gonna be, there's a Garmadon coming out. I said that so quickly. There's a Garmadon comic coming out, and it's based on his adventure in well, it's titled Shatterspin. So like, will he learn the Shatterspin, I guess, without having to be, well, I guess he didn't have his complete goodness removed, so we don't know that for sure. So I mean, actually though, okay, hear me out on this. They said that Garmadon's like, okay, I'm gonna take you on a lore trip real quick here. Let me just get this out of the way. So we learned that the wolf mask, once you put it on and then you hear the gong of shattering, it removes all goodness from you, makes you more powerful, and it gives you the knowledge of how to perform Shatterspin. Shatterspin is stronger, twisted version of Spinjitzu. Which, I mean, even by the name, Shadow Spin, that's freaking cool. So, what we learn is that when you put on the mask, it removes all goodness from you and makes you stronger. Okay, like, so just for the record, making that point across. So, early in Ninjago, both in the show and the lore, we see Garmadon struggling with his evil side. Like, a constant struggle for him that apparently, like, when it hits when his eyes turn red. But it wasn't all the way. It wasn't like after he got bitten by the Great Devourer, long story, he turns into the evil skeleton warlord that we know him as today. He was slowly progressing, but he did have more of an evil side to him. Even though, which I mean, like, sure, because there's a lot of stories involved with him that, you know, he was good for the majority of them. So, like, back then, he was in a constant state of, okay, is he going to turn? When's that going to happen? When's he going to be essentially corrupted into his more Oni side of his dark power by the Great Devourer's venom? So, like, it was just a constant thing of, okay, when's it going to happen? What's going to happen? And then when he had Lloyd, or I guess when he was with Masako long enough to have Lloyd, he, it was sometime between then and when he fought his brother that he turned completely evil. Which, I mean, you know, in all fairness, they didn't know when it was going to happen, but even then, we probably should have been a little prepared when he decided to square up and take the weapons of Spinjitzu. But what I'm saying is, what if, in order to remove all the goodness from him and into essentially or shatter the goodness that was in him and become the evil Garmadon that we know, or that we knew, he put on a wolf mask and then got corrupted, or shattered his goodness to become his red evil self. To have completely red eyes forever, and to, you know, to becoming who he was in that thing. Which, I mean, again, like, that could be like a huge thing, especially since we are gonna get a comic about the thing. Well, I guess, you know, it might not be the sort of way, because I believe it said it was gonna take place during the Serpentine Wars, but, like, you know, it is interesting that could tie in, like, and it would make sense too, like, because he had no goodness in him after that. Well, he had, like, some level of goodness, to be honest. But it was, like, deep down. It was, like, straight up. Okay, everyone makes... I dropped the Lego piece. Don't worry about it. Everyone makes a comparison. And good reason for that, too. But, can I pick a piece? Ow. I hit my microphone. Ow. Everyone makes a comparison, but it's straight up Darth Vader level. Where he is the embodiment of evil. And he does commit some terrible things, but somewhere deep down, like, go, like, very deep into the core of his person, there is a Anakin Skywalker. That being also the same case for Garmadon. Like, because what if you had his goodness shattered and then that was that? But him having to do with the Oni side being, you know, conflicting, obviously, and then straight up just saying, like, no, and then when he got Overlord purged from his body in that giant explosion, long story, when he was good now, the Gong of Shattering was essentially null and void. He still knew, I guess, what to do with that, but he never needed to, because he was pretty powerful already, plus, yeah. With his Spinjitzu, he could already do some crazy things like telekinesis, moving stuff with his mind, and was immune to, you know, he was immune to existence erasure. Anyways, so what I'm saying is, like, that could be a good thing to say to the Lord. That could be how he finally turned, you know? Because there was the evil in his blood, the evil in his veins. That could be how he finally turned. By putting on one of those masks and shattering the rest of his goodness, that's how he completely became evil at that time. That would be a really good retcon IMO, if, you know, we learn that's the case. That would be really cool. But also, like, yeah, we learned that apparently when the goodness shattered, so, like, all these wolf people we hear, they're they're not people anymore. There's gonna be wolf servants that are completely not good. They do gain the glowy mask and also claws, which is really cool. But when you have an elemental master put on the thing, it makes you unlock Shadow Spin, which, I mean, we didn't even see if he knew Spinjitzu, but I doubt that. But he knows the twisted form of Spinjitzu, which is Shadow Spin, which is really cool. Like, and really powerful. We see him completely laying waste to everybody else. It was insane. So much so when he hit Zane, he made him spark up with, you know, like just feeling that energy. Like, it was crazy seeing them all literally be outmatched by a single guy. And sure, it was make the argument for whatever. Oh, they shouldn't have attacked him one person at a time, which, I mean, fair, I guess, but also, like, when you attack a person, chances are they're just gonna make it more confusing unless you totally planned out how you're gonna attack, Like, say, okay, you're going for the right, he's gonna go for the left, go ahead and do that, but also, like, they have to be more coordinated than they are. And they have to, make the record clear that they have to team up, or establish beforehand what the plan is before they go rush in. But I do like this moment in particular before that even, when Kai said he's fought his Elemental Master Smoke before, call back to Ash, which we still know if he died or had a son, but if I'm going to be completely honest, is him dying seems a lot more likely than that guy having a son. But I like how he goes, and then when he teleports away, pretty much using the same technique that he did, Kai completely one-ups him and then straight up uppercuts him and has him completely beat from there, because like Sender looked pretty like down for that. Down for that one move, which was, from the very beginning, it's cool to see Kai essentially have more experience than the others in fighting Elemental as well, because that was neat. That was really cool. And, it also goes back to saying how much experience all these guys have, especially Kai, he's been here since the very beginning. And it's only now just going to show how experienced they all are in fighting styles, in fighting moves, in fighting specific characters, which is very cool. But even then, they couldn't fight against Shadow Spin, which, it very clearly shown that is completely something that is out of their league. And the fight scene is so cool too. Like, hold on. I was gonna click the wrong thing, or maybe I'm gonna think. There we go. Awesome framing, and awesome episode overall. Just really, really cool, really cool. But also we hear them say they have to retreat with. I guess, like, honestly, that's the best one. Oh yeah, also, and we see Wildfire. She gets her leg hurt here, which I guess kind of like Euphrasia in the beginning, where she has a leg brace, or just straight up saying has a broken leg. It seems to be the same case here, which it was straight up caused by Cinder just grabbing her foot. Which, I mean, it goes to show how strong he is if he can break someone's leg just like that. And also, yeah, just overall really good episode. Also in the beginning there was Sora doesn't recognize Jordana again, which is funny. It's really great. Good job, good job, Jordana. You're doing great. Hopefully she'll recognize you as a villain soon. Maybe, I don't know. What else I gotta say? I think I've talked about everything. Well, yeah, it's good and interesting entry, because we never see the ninja really call them out, like saying, like, hey, this is a situation they straight up can't win, so they have to run away while they're all, like, just have to go, because, like, even though I doubt they would take the ninja prisoner. They were straight up gonna destroy them all, which is crazy because we never see that happen. But yeah, like Roz and Jordana here, they're great, for real. But yeah, we didn't even see Jordana put on a mask, so like, what does that mean for her? What are they cooking? What are they planning for Sora's evil nemesis? But yeah, great episode, very good episode. Interesting lore, interesting stuff to put in between here and there. Like, a lot more interesting things just spread out between us. what am I talking about? Sprout out to us from what could be happening in the show. So like very interesting, very interesting. I can't wait to see where it goes from there. So yeah, another great episode. Lego Ninjago guys night. I'm interested to see what'll happen next. Okay, so yeah, this has been my reaction. Please go watch this on Netflix, or this episode at least on YouTube. And what was your thoughts on the episode? Do you think they'll go in as adept as I am? Maybe, maybe not. But anyways, my name is ANDAY. This has been my reaction to Lego Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 2, Episode 3. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye. Is it up?